Mm, mm. What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Oh shit, I got shit on my face, nigga. What's that? I see it on the camera. What's that? I got it on my lip. All right, there we boom. Welcome back to the I'm So Great podcast. I am your host, M So the Great. And yes, I am great because I bring great to the plate. And you are in We Lax Studios. That's what we're shooting live from right now. We Lax Studios. We Lax, the home of your relaxation. This is a comfort zone and a safe place for cannabis users and business people. And a great place to be able to create content, great place to be able to get health and wellness products. Yes, they do have 420 products is here as well. You'll be able to partake in things of that nature as well. But welcome to We Lax Studios. That's what we shoot live from today. All right, so today's conversation, man, it's kind of like a daddy dilemma. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fathers. I can't even say a lot of fathers. There's a lot of working parents that experience this, especially if you're a working parent that's an entrepreneur. It's trying to balance your work life and your family life. Having a strong work life family life balance. That's the topic for today. It's one of those things that I find extremely hard to do at times. Sometimes it's a no brainer. It's easy to put together. But sometimes, man, it's a tough thing to do. Today is we're celebrating my son's 5th birthday, my youngest son, uh, Adonis the Great, Donnie the Rock Star. He's been on the podcast as well, and we're celebrating his birthday today. We're having a huge party for the family at the house. Everybody is there right now, enjoying the party and enjoying the food and festivities now. And I'm here at work. You know, I own Welax. I run Welax, and I have to be here to be able to keep the day to day going. Especially since it's a new business, it's a growing business, and it's one of those things that you really got to have your hands on at all times. Especially since we're a little understaffed at the same time. And I'm not gonna front. It's kind of affecting me today. I spent on Tuesday. Tuesday was his birthday. I let him stay home from school, and he came and he spent a lot of time with me. And we had a great time. I love my boy, man. He's a riot. We had a great time. But at the same time, saying today is the day of his party, and I'm missing parts of his party. Thank God I have such an amazing wife who is on top of these things and really helps to, maintain things when it comes to keeping the house together. So I'll be able to do things, and then at the same time, I do the same for her as well. I help her to be able to maintain things, so I hold things down so she can maintain, at the same time. And so we're a great team when it comes to that. Definitely, the both of us being able to, try to compensate for each other. 'Cause she's a busy businesswoman as well. She's an event coordinator. She does a lot of creative design for things, and she's a busy woman as well. And so this whole thing of us working to maintain this family life balance, especially since this really happened in our later years. We have 3 children together. My wife and I, we have 3 children together, 2 boys and a girl. I have my oldest is 18. His name is Sincere. He's 18. He's graduating from high school, Tallwood High School. Go Tallwood. He'll be graduating from Tallwood High School this June, and I'm so proud of him for that. He got a job and a car and a driver's license and all this stuff. He big dog stepping right now. I also have a daughter. She's 17. She's a junior in high school right now, about to be a senior. She's already taking college courses. She's absolutely fantastic. I mean, she's strong. She's beautiful. She goes hard. She's loving, but at the same time, she's tough. Like my baby is tough. And also we have the our 5-year-old Adonis, who turned 5 this Tuesday, and his birthday party is today. And when it came to the oldest two, I got to spend I won't say a lot of time with them, because I've always been a working father, and I worked a lot of hours. I've always done that. And so but I still got to spend time with them. I still got to really, help raise them and be a strong part of their upbringing. They got to see their daddy every day and all of those things. And their mom and dad, they got to see their mom and dad every day. The mom, the majority of their life, was a housewife, so she was there all the time. And for myself, again, I work a lot. I do a lot of things. I work a lot, so trying to find that balance was a little easier than I was. I was a W-2 employee then, so I had a set schedule. I would work those hours, and I'm able to come home and things of that nature. Sometimes I would work because I was a chef. I worked in the kitchen, so a lot of times I could work late hours or things of that nature, but I would still have like the earlier part of the day and things. So, and now it's a little different. We run several businesses. We're doing quite a few things. We're constantly on the move. I started this podcast and stuff as well. On top of that, I'm an artist. I make music as well. I'm so great. Yes, I am great. Bring great to the plate. You can catch my music everywhere. But yeah, I'm a music artist as well. And so that stacks a lot up, And Adonis, that's our youngest son, Adonis, he's 5. And it's like, I don't really get to spend that much time with him. You know, I, my kids' whole life, I was the one who woke them up in the morning, got up with them to go to school and stuff like that. It was like one of the things I did for my wife. I would let her sleep in only for a little. It's not like she slept in for hours. You know what I'm saying? She might get an extra 30 minutes to an hour, maybe, things of that nature. So she, but it was something I would do: get up with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they got to school on time and things of that nature. And so with Adonis. We're both doing that with Adonis, and I get that first hour in the morning, taking him to school. I get that first hour. But past that, it's like, we're really trying to find strong pockets where we're able to make it happen. What's going on, Jafar? What's going on, my boy? You know what I'm saying? Trying to find strong pockets of where we can really be able to spend that time. And I work a lot, man. It's like I'm always gone, and I'm you know it's a lot. My 17 and my 18-year-old, my 18-year-old, he's a man, he's different. What I mean, he just stands up and he goes to the plate and things of that nature. It says so. But with my daughter, it's my daughter, it's my baby. She's been my baby for a long time she's 17. So until we had Adonis, she was the baby. We did take in some children as well, you know, and but she was the baby. So she comes to me and she's like, "Hey man, hey, I miss you, dog." I was like, "Man, I miss you too." We have a great relationship. That's my dog right there, my little girl. And she be like, and it's just like hey, I understand this is tough. Daddy got a mission right now, and I promise I'm not gonna be doing this for a long time, but I do have to get things up and going and get things running and making it happen, you know. And so she understands that. At least I hope she understands that. I don't know what the future brings. And she was just like, "Hey, man, I'm going to. It's my senior year next year. I'm going to college after this. I'm going to be gone. And it's just like, baby, and I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best to get everything staffed up and everything moving like it's supposed to be. So I'll be able to spend that time with you. I would really love that. So the dilemma is really trying to find how to have that strong work-life balance, and does that even exist at the end of the day? Does a strong work-life balance even exist? It's like, what do you do? You know, um, you do your best you can with your schedule. I mean, what can we do past doing the best we can with our schedule? You know what I mean? It's especially for new businesses. I could understand you got an established business. That business has been up and running. That business has got a track record and stuff like that. But it's like for new businesses, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm constantly starting new businesses a lot, and so just trying to figure out ways to be able to better establish that work-life balance, man. Uh, being a father is very important to me. Being a husband and a father is very important to me. It's the thing that it was the last thing that I thought that I was ever going to do. It was the last thing that was on my mind growing up. But at the same time, it seems like it was one of the first like big things that I did. I got married at 20 years old. Me and my wife and I have been together for going on 22 years. Yeah, no, it's going on 23 years. We've been married for almost 22 years. This all right, 22 years. I know she's gonna kill me for that. She's gonna kill me for that. But we got married in 2003, so it is 22 years. But with that, what I'm saying, that's been a big part of my life. We had children. By when we were 24, we had our first one. We had a Sincere, our oldest, at 24, and then we had our my daughter by 26. So it's like these things were implemented into my growth at a young age. I went to the military as a young man. Joined the military when I was 19 years old. Did some dope shit. What I'm saying? So I have a family. I have a family mentality. I didn't really. I mean, I had a strong family, but it wasn't a strong family unit. It was more like, you know, we were the only people who could tolerate us type shit. So we always hung with each other, you know. So it was saying if that makes any sense. We hung with each other. It was like we was the only ones that we could tolerate. So we hung with each other and we're a pretty big family, what I'm saying? We're a big family. But when it came to like being family, it's just like it's very far and in between. And this, in my personal opinion, and maybe because I come from a very poor family. My family doesn't have much. You're not going to find too many people that have, diplomas and degrees and own stuff. Like now, it's getting so much better. You know what I'm saying? I own some stuff. My cousin owns some stuff. My auntie owns some stuff. My mom owns some stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're really like expanding better now, in this time, in this day and age. But my family unit for myself, it felt weak. It felt weak. It didn't feel like you had many people you could trust. It didn't feel like you had many people you could depend on. It didn't feel like you had many people that had your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's how family is. I've been around a lot of some other families, and it's kind of like that in some other ways, but what I mean? They still have a nurturing unit together where it's all about, we come together to take care of each other and stuff like that. So having a family has been something that's important to me. It's extremely important to me. Since I became an adult, I've been working on rebuilding a family bond. But I think that because it's because of my nature and the aggression and stuff like that, it may be, what I'm saying, it may be accepted in the wrong way. And I gotta take 100% responsible. I gotta take responsibility for that as well, because I know sometimes I have a hard time. I'm a very passionate person, and I have a hard time shutting the fuck up. And what I'm saying. And so I say what's on my mind, and I mean what I say. And so those things can be effective. But anyway, a family unit is extremely important to me. Family is extremely important to me. I feel like that if it wasn't for me having a family and working so hard to sacrifice for my family and the people that I love and my friends and things of that nature, I wouldn't be so blessed. I wouldn't have as much as I have. I 100% give as much as I have. The reason why I have as much as I have is because I give a lot. And I think that that's another thing that I feel like in my family is kind of taboo. It's like you really don't have much to give, so you don't give. But the thing about it is, it's hard to get if you don't give. So it's kind of that type of dilemma and stuff. But the family dynamic is that's an important thing for me. Now, also, I've said a lot about family. I haven't really even said anything about business, though. Okay, business. is important to me. Being a businessman and an entrepreneur is important to me. I've had a job. I had my first job at 12 years old. I worked. I got in some trouble in school. Yes, I got in some trouble in school, and I got kicked out of school. And so my mother got me a job. Well, she was a manager at a gas station, and she gave me a job at that gas station. And I worked at that gas station for years. Also, her husband, my stepfather, they started a drywall company together. And this is, I feel like, a lot of where I get my entrepreneurial spirit from, because I've been around people and I understand that this is possible. But they started a drywall company together as well, and I worked for them in a drywall company as well. As for going to school, and I wasn't that focused on school at all. No lie, I wasn't that focused on school at all. But working in the family business, those things were very important to me. I joined the military, and then from there, from joining the military. Well, before I joined the military, I had a few jobs as well because the companies ended. So I had a few jobs as well, but I went to the military, and then from the military, I worked a lot of jobs. I mean, so from 12 to about 40, because I just really start quick jobs, but 2022, something like that. I just stepped out on my own, said I'm not doing this no more. I'm not working for it. Well, that's not even true. Because I really, to be honest with you, my last job, I quit my last job pretty much in December of last year. Because even during the time that I was being an entrepreneur for these last 4 or 5 years, I've kept a side gig as well, which it was still a full-time job, but I call it a side gig because that was my mentality for it. My mentality for it was a side gig. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, you know, I went through the trenches and all of that time, man, working and working and working and getting educated and getting my education and stacking up training and all that stuff and never really making it anywhere. And it's just like it just got sickening to me, man. It just got sickening. The fact that I was giving my time to people and they were stifling my growth so impressively. I'm a strong motherfucker and I'm a hard worker, and it's like I couldn't grow. It was like I couldn't grow, and it was just like, man, I constantly kept hearing those words where, man, you're so good at what you do. We would have to hire 3-4 people to replace you, and it's like, yo, what the fuck they gotta do with me? The fact, what I'm saying? So being an entrepreneur was one of those things that saved me. It's one of those things that saved my life. I gotta give a shout out to the homie, to the homie E. Hey man, at the end of the day, my boy, man, for real, man, I owe you a lot. I ain't gonna say I owe you a lot because niggas think that shit fucking crazy and shit, But my nigga, at the end of the day, nigga, we poured into each other. And we were able to be successful from that. And I appreciate you believing in a brother who at a certain, at the time was square, and had to really, go out on faith on this thing. I appreciate that. But anyway, I went from there and got into business. This was around like 2020, right when the pandemic and all that stuff hit and everything like that. That's when we was really on a focus on how we were gonna make something happen. And so being an entrepreneur, it's like one of those things that I know I was meant for. Just like I was meant to be a husband and a father and a son and things of that nature, I was meant to be an entrepreneur. I was meant for this. And so being an entrepreneur, you get tested. Like God tests you, time tests you, the universe tests you, people test you, banks test you, credits test you, everybody testing you, employees test you, everybody testing you the whole time. And every time I go through a test, I just literally look at that shit like, man, thank God that I'm going through these tests, man, because I could not be. I could be back in the kitchen. I could not be. And so I'm so thankful, man. You know what I'm saying? So trying to really understand having a strong balance so my youngest son doesn't I don't neglect my youngest son, you know. And then my older two, they're grown, they're pretty much adults, but they need me now more than ever because I remember being that age. You know what I'm saying? I remember being that age. So they need me now more than ever too. And more than just financially. You know what I'm saying? More than just financially. So finding a strong balance where we can really you know what I'm saying, really make something where we can really build and not lose. And that's the fucked up part because well, at the end of the day, when you're looking at opportunity cost pretty much is the value of making one decision over the other. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity cost. And so looking at the opportunity cost in it, man, it's like I don't even know how to weigh it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to weigh it because I want this so bad, but it's not their fault that I want this so bad. They didn't ask for this. They didn't ask for this at all. They were happy with their dad in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Cooking and, you know what I mean, coming home and, you know, spending time and laughing and stuff like that. They were happy with that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to look at this stuff as what I want, even though I'm doing it for my family. I know I'm doing it for my family and longevity of my family, the power, the structure of my family, the greatness of my last name, and every yada yada yada. Yeah, but they didn't ask for that shit. So, and I know that, and I take it like I know that. You know what I'm saying? I walk like I know that, and a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I apologize to them. I apologize to them because I know that you know they missed the dynamic. They missed the dynamic. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? My son, my oldest man, he's such a good kid. You know, my daughter, man, she's such a good kid. And I mean, they're so, you know, they're kids now. They still young people. They're still mischievous young people. But they're like their souls and who they are, man. They're great people. Like my wife and I really like raise great people. And we say a lot, they're better people than we are. You know what I'm saying? Which is nuts. It's like, how do you raise better people than you are? You know what I'm saying? And I feel that way. You know what I mean? I feel that way. I feel like they're better people than we are. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I don't ever want to break their hearts. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to break their hearts. That's one, you know, I was a heartbroken child, and I understand how being a heartbroken child affects you. It's like, that's one motherfucking thing, and I ain't trying to partake in. You know what I'm saying? I apologize when I know that I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? If I snap out, even though I snapped out on some justifiable shit, if I know I went above and beyond and went too far, yeah, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sit down with you. And I'm gonna have a follow up about that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's important to me. So being an entrepreneur and being a family man, a father, a husband, you know what I'm saying, these things are important, you know. And so really trying to establish a strong work life balance is important to me. But I don't know why I said but like that, like I was about to say some negative shit behind that but. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no negative shit behind that but. I was saying that but came out of nowhere. I don't know what the fuck that meant. But at the same time, I just said it again. I said, but at the same time, you know, it's hard. It's very, very hard to know what you're doing and what to do and what is right and what is wrong. And you know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's hard to figure out. So, you know, I'm just like at this point, it's just, you know, I'm playing it by ear and I'm doing the best that I can during this process. But you know what I'm saying? At I'm So Great podcast, man. That's why we do these things. That's why we have this podcast. We can have some real conversations, you know what I'm saying, and help each other be great, help each other be accountable for things, you know, help each other be accountable for things, you know, and I really I really appreciate the opportunity for that. You know what I'm saying? We're all growing. We're all maturing. I don't give a damn how old you are. We're all growing, we're all maturing, we're still addressing things that we never addressed. We're still trying to be better, hopefully. Hopefully, becoming a better person is on your mind and in your heart. It's something that you're focused on doing. That'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool to have a world full of people out here who want to be the best people that they can be, who want to create the most value, who want to love the most as much as they can and stuff. I mean, that would be an amazing world to live in. You know what I'm saying? Amazing world to live in. You know, when it comes to this, because ambition is great. Ambition is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But we can't forget about our responsibilities because we're ambitious. And we hear this stuff all the time, man. We see this stuff a lot, hear this stuff all the time. All these stories you have, even celebrity kids and successful people. And then my father, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because the shit is hard, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard it's hard giving your energy to a business and then you giving your energy to a family. You know, you you're going to be trained a lot. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not your family fault and it's not the business fault. Neither one of them asked to be created. The only thing that demanded creation was you. I, we, we demanded creation. So in the effort of demanding creation, we have to understand that it's going to take a lot to be able to ban and do the things that you're supposed to do. You're going to be drained. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be tired. You're going to be 3 espressos in and still yawning. You're going to experience that a lot because these are your babies, your family. Your business is also your baby. Except for, you know what, I had a conversation with my wife the other day, and we were talking about that whole concept of your business being your baby. You know what I'm saying? Your business ain't your baby for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some people, their business is their baby. I give you that. All right. You see, the difference is, if my business is fucking up, I'll sell it. If my business gets a great offer, I'll sell it. I ain't selling to my kids. Ain't shit you can get me to sell a kid. Ain't nothing you can get me to sell my wife. Ain't nothing you can get me to sell that shit. But the business, I'll sell that motherfucker shit. Put in the time, put in the money, put in the effort, the value. I want to see it expand and scale. You know what I'm saying? Let them buy me out and then, take a couple points on the back end. You know what I mean? Be a chairman or something like that, man. You know what I mean? Have them trade out equity for the company that they get, for the company they own. Since they buy my company, you can trade it out for that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We can do that. We can do that. Ain't shit I can do with my babies. Ain't shit that I'll be willing to do with my fucking babies. Ain't shit you can do. Ain't nothing you can offer me. For me to want to break up my family, for me to want to fuck up you know what I'm saying? Ain't shit you can offer me for that shit. Nothing. There's nothing you can fucking offer me for that shit. But it's different when it comes to my business. So my business is not my baby. These are my babies. Even my wife, that's my baby. These are my babies. The business, it's my creation, yes. But I can always find ways, especially down the road as it grows. You know what I'm saying? Especially down the road as it grows. Let me just go ahead and button that. But I've been on this thing like 30 goddamn minutes, but still that button is driving me crazy. Let me just go ahead and put it up. Boom. There we go. Much better. Much gooder. I was looking sloppy for 30 minutes and talking my ass off and shit. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We just got to pay attention to these things, as business leaders, as entrepreneurs, as family. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't run your own business and you're not an entrepreneur, you just have a very demanding job. There are so many demanding jobs out there. You got doctors and even plumbers, man, be having demanding jobs. You know what I'm saying? I seen something online where they were talking shit about plumbers. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all, nigga. Plumbers be getting money. Plumbers be getting money, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Plumbers can live a good life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when they do that, I'm like, who gives a fuck? If they like it, I love it, nigga. Shit. I need somebody who brave enough to do that shit. And they pay them well. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm saying shout out to all the plumbers, all the hardworking people out there, period, man. Everybody out there that's just getting their grind on, man. Don't pay attention to social media shit, man. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They have no clue what they're talking about. I was on social media all day and I'm looking at it like, Jesus Christ, nigga. I don't know what I said. I'm so damn happy that I'm a happily married man, that I'm in the crib and I'm asleep by like 10:30, 11 o'clock every motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus Christ, man, it's nutty as hell out here, man. It's nutty as hell out here. Y'all got some superficial ass minds that really don't really understand like what a good man or a good woman is. You know, everything is so superficial. It doesn't make any sense. So superficial, so just all about self gratification, man. You know what I'm saying? That's hedonism. Hedonism, where everything is all about pleasure. That's my pleasure, my pleasure. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? The people that's out there worry about their pleasures, the motherfuckers who ain't really giving pleasure. Yeah. But anyway, man, I know I done stirred away from the dilemma that I'm having when it comes to being a father and making sure that I'm spending an adequate amount of time with my family, and I'm still making sure my business is running the way that it needs to run. And we can always get everything staffed up and all that stuff, but that comes with time. Again, this is a new business. We're still generating capital. We're still looking and seeing, you know, where we're best suited, and being resilient and understanding that, you know, saying sometimes you just gotta, you know, saying you just gotta make sure that you move in the right way, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But I love it, man. I'm loving every second of it. We've been grinding for a minute now, you know what I mean, and I just want to keep it going. I just want to keep the magic happening, and we're gonna stand tall on that. You know what I mean? Uh, because it's important to me, man. I don't want to get left out. I don't want my children to feel left out at all. You know, said I want my businesses to succeed and be successful 100%. But I don't want to get left out, and I don't want my children to get left out. You know, these are precious times and precious days. That's why, you know, having my son on the podcast the other day was absolutely amazing. He up here freestyling and having a good time and all that stuff. And I was just like, look at my boy. You know what I'm saying? Look at my boy, man. It was nuts, man. You know, I didn't even know he could do that. And that was literally the first time I seen. I did not know he could do that. I prayed for it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a freestyler, man. I love freestyle. I love a artist like, that could just off the heart and just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? I love that, man. I love that. Now I love writers. I'm a writer as well. I love writers too. I fuck with writers, producers, writers, all that. But a freestyler, man, it's like that's just a different beast right there, man. That's a different animal right there, you know? It's a different animal right there. It's like when your mind can be resilient and just move and just use things and thoughts and to create something that's never been created before. Just like that. And if you can do it to the point where it damn near sounds professional, when people like it, that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he just did that shit. And I was just looking at my son like, man, you 5, man. I mean, by the time you fucking 2021, get out of here, man. And I'm going to train him up. I'm going to train him up straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep putting them on. I'm going to put them on him. You know what I mean? Have them on beats and shit like my oldest son. My oldest son can spit too now. He not a freestyler, you know what I'm saying? But he can write his ass off. Like the kid is so, you know what I mean, so creative. And besides being a great writer, I mean, the boy can draw and all this stuff. Like he's a great artist. My oldest son is a great artist. And that's why I be looking at shit like, but he didn't come out his shell until later. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out his shell until later, where he felt comfortable actually, you know what I'm saying, letting people hear what he did and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, he is dope in hits with what he does and how he writes his music, how he comes at his music, got a band and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? absolutely proud of him as well. My daughter, man, just be teach. My daughter is. I just think that, you know, I think my daughter is a businesswoman. I believe my daughter is an entrepreneur. I believe once my daughter understands the art of negotiation and the art of the sell, I'm teaching her little things, you know, the psychological game when it comes to it. And once she really understands that, she gonna fucking be a beast, man. Like point blank, period. She's gonna be a beast when it comes to that because she's good at so many damn things. And she's so good at this. She one of them people like how I am and shit, where it's like, and it's funny, I know it's cocky and shit, but I'm just a confident guy. Anyway, she's one of them people like how I am, where it's just like, yo, I feel I'm good at shit when I first do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at shit when I first do it. There's a lot of shit that when I first do it, I just be good at it. You know what I mean? And my wife be talking, she be like, Dad, this is good. I was like, and my whole shit be like, you ain't good at shit when you first do it? So every time I do the shit. She be looking at me in amazement. It's just, well, I love that girl, man. She my straight cheerleader, man. You know what I'm saying? My straight cheerleader. She make me feel so good about myself. All right. Shit. Straight up, man. You know, so you gotta have, in a relationship, you gotta have that dope dynamic, you know what I mean? And people be looking at us like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look like y'all don't ever fight shit. we fight, you know what I'm saying? We're fucking two people that live in a house together. You know what I'm saying? We live in the same room. Yes, we got a 4 bedroom home. Yeah, we got a 4 bedroom home. Bitch, I don't know shit. We got a 4 bedroom home. But we live in one of those rooms, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we're gonna have conflict and we run businesses together, we work together, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's gonna be conflict, you know what I'm saying? Period. It's gonna be conflict. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that's mine. That's mine. I ain't giving that up for nothing. I ain't giving that up for look at it. I'm gonna put my glasses up here. No one. I ain't giving that up for no one. That's my one. That's my one right there. You know what I'm saying? Point. That's my one right there. Now, say she left me. Say we gotta. I don't want to say the D word happened. I don't even want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Say the D word happened or something like that. And then motherfucking we ended up not being married together. She will still be my best motherfucking friend. Straight up and down. She'll still be my best motherfucking friend. I'm gonna still make sure she's taken care of. I'll still have bank accounts that we'll have together to make sure she always good. You know what I'm saying? It's a mother of my children. You lost your mind? It's a mother of my children. So it don't matter what the hell happened. It don't matter if we decide that the marriage isn't the best thing for us. I will be in that woman's life. She will be in mine. We're gonna spend every holiday together. Family. So you get a new nigga, hey, your new nigga, I'ma be around. New nigga meet old nigga. You know what I'm saying? New nigga meet old nigga. I'm around. You know what I mean? That's my one right there, like point blank, period. I ain't giving that up for no motherfucking body. There's nothing that you can convince me of, nothing that you can tell me, nothing you can motivate me to do, none of that shit. Because the most important person in my motherfucking life, and I got 3 beautiful, amazing kids, is that motherfucker woman right there. That woman right there, the most important person in my life. It's that woman right there. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman right there, boy, helped me bring all of this to life. I always been a hard worker, a hustler, a fucking bulldog. Always been that shit. Always been that person. But fucking, I never knew what to do with it or why I should do something with it. You know, just thought I was a bull. You know what I mean? Just kicking in the doorway, in the 4-4 type nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Just thought I was a bull, man. That's it. I just felt that way. I just thought I was a bull. But when I got with this woman, man, it was like, and we was young, nigga. We was young, 19. We was 19 when we came together, and we ain't been apart since. We ain't broke up once. Not once. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42 right now. We've been together since we were 19. We got married at 20. I wasn't even old enough to drink. We had drinks at the wedding. I ain't going front. We got it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but we weren't even old enough to drink, man. I was in the military and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, and you know, I'm gonna tell you, all right, why it's important to have good people in your life and shit. You know what I mean? I went to the military, 19 years old, went to the military, whatever. And, you know, went to basic, went away to basic. Before I went to basic, through this big ass party and shit. Everybody came to the party. We partying for the whole weekend, drinking, smoking, partying. Everybody, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Bye, man. You leaving, you leaving, you leaving. Yeah, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Come graduation day, one person, one person, one person. Come graduation day, gorgeous in this beautiful red dress, beautiful red dress. Yo, I got a story about that shit too. Okay, you know what I mean? She came to my graduation in basic training. I ain't seen her in 9 weeks. She came to my graduation, basic training and shit, right? She had this beautiful red dress on. And at the same time, before, and I'm getting y'all, bring y'all into my business a little bit, all right? You know what I'm saying? My wife, you know what I'm saying? She was very well endowed, like very well endowed, huge, like them things, huge. She's always been a slim girl, knockers, big motherfuckers, brrs, them shits. So damn. Anyway, she had these big, you know what I'm saying? And while I was in basic training and shit, she had a breast reduction. All right, fucking her back up, going through a lot of shit. She was in college at the time, having to carry books and all that. It was fucking her up, fucking her self-esteem up, all type of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? She had a breast reduction. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like I got a new bitch now. You know what I'm saying? And she got new titties. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, they were smaller. You know what I mean? They weren't small, but they were smaller. You know what I mean? And that was just a different vibe and shit, whatever. But anyway, she came in this red dress. All right. So I'm telling you the story about the red dress. She came in this red dress. All right. Anyway, about a year or two later, you know what I'm saying, on a different thing. You know what I'm saying? A year or two later, I'm in South Korea. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to South Korea. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Seoul Young Son, Itaewon. You know what I'm saying? Wee Jong Shout out Busan, Kusan. Shout out South Korea. I love South Korea. Can't wait to come back and bring my daughter back. All right. Anyway, I'm stationed in South Korea. It's a couple years after fucking graduation. I'm in South Korea. And I see one of the homies that I went to basic training with. They, you know what I'm saying? He was actually, I believe he was in my squad, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, one of the homies that damn from basic training and shit on my line and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I see him. We in South Korea in the middle of a party, you know what I'm saying? Partying up. I don't remember, I think it was in Itaewon or something like that. Hold on one second. I'm about to wrap my junk up real quick. Wrap my shit up real quick. All right. Anyway, motherfucking, I was in Itaewon and shit, my man. And I see this bitch, we partying and shit. He was Captain Texas and shit. We partying and shit. This motherfucker be like, yo, in the middle of the motherfucking party, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I'm in South Korea. My girl is in Virginia. I ain't seen her in a minute. This motherfucker like, yo, man, yo, I just wanted to tell you, man, your girl is so hot. She had on this red dress. I'm like, motherfucker, that was 2 years ago when you said, how the fuck you, yo, keep your dick in your pants, man. That's my motherfucking wife, man. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's how fucking crazy that shit was, man. That shit was nuts. You know what I'm saying? It was like she was that amazing in the dress, man. It was nuts. Seeing a motherfucker 2 years later, two fucking in South Korea, nigga, this nigga telling me about that moment and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, was the only person. She was the only person that showed up, the only person that was there. All the people that partied with me and all that shit before and everything. But when it come to, you know what I'm saying, me actually doing the damn thing, she was the only one there. You know what I'm saying? She was beside me on my graduation. I graduated from high school. I ain't had too many people there at all. You know what I'm saying? She been by my side for all that shit. And you always need somebody to help you with, you know what I'm saying, to cheer you on and shit. You know what I mean? I know we always act like we loners and stuff like that. But motherfucker, yo, it's always good to have somebody good in your life that cheers you on and shit. You know what I mean? That shit is just real, point blank, period, man. You know what I mean? So for that, I'm like, that's why I be sitting back and I'm like, yo, the dilemma of my work life balance, really trying to figure out the work life balance at all. Everything is just like, yo, you don't need a work life balance. Just go ahead and just make sure you give your family everything you got. But then at the same time, man, I know how much it takes to be able to grow a business and make shit happen. So again, I'm back to fucking square one. But it's all right, man. You know what I mean? I believe that as we make this shit happen, man, as we devote our time to and the longer we stay in business, the longer we do things, man, everything will work itself out. Everything will iron itself out. You know what I mean? They'll get tired of me again once again. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, hey, I really appreciate y'all spending some time with me today, man. You know what I'm saying? This was some just on the I'm So Great podcast. We just like to do great things and be great together. And to be great together, man, we got to chuck each other iron sharp as iron. We got to be able to ask each other questions, you know what I'm saying, help each other out and shit, you know what I mean? That's the only way we're going to get better, man. You ask me a question, I'm there for you. I ask you a question, you there for me. You know what I mean? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. The next thing you know, we won't itch. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming to the I'm So Great podcast here at We Lack Studios. I am so the great. Yes, I am great because I bring great to the plate. And we're going to do the damn thing, man. Hey, man, love your people, man. Love your family, man. And do one thing, man. Make sure you brush your teeth, nigga, because I hate being next to stank breath niggas. Them so.